How are ya?
I'm so happy. I'm not sure why. It was raining earlier, so we were going to have umbrellas, which would have been really cool. But I somehow feel like we're camping,
We
which is
are
really cool.
camping.
So yeah, shout out to these wonderful chairs that I bought. That I bought on a whim and have not been able to live without. They're so wonderful and comfortable and perfect for camping. So I'm sitting out at the Seattle Center on a wonderful winter rainy day with people so happy that it's the weekend and so
It
close to the
is.
holidays. People are just filled with joy, which is really cool to see.
And I feel that, winter is here. It's finally here.
Oh, it's definitely
with
here.
us. You can feel it in the breeze.
It's so true.
Yes, and the rain. So I was like, okay, but as we continue through this winter season, right? There's a lot of things that we cannot do outside and such. And I was wondering, what can we do next, right? And we made a list about the 5 things that we can do to survive the long winter nights.
Yes, and this is especially important in a place like the Pacific Northwest or places that are particularly gloomy. It hits people really, really hard. Seasonal affective disorder is a real visceral thing that people experience. And when I talk with people about it, the thing that gets them down the most is not necessarily the rain. It's not necessarily cold. It's the gray. It's the gray, it's the blanket of gray, and the inability to see the sun that gets people down. And so we just wanted to make a quick list to help people fight through that as we head into the heart of winter here, specifically in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, and I think it's really good to just remember to take your vitamin D, right? This time.
That's not going to be on the list, but it's a very important one. It's a very important one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be very important for people to be able to do self-care during this incredible but also difficult time of the year.
That's so true. Okay, so let's start with our number 5.
Sure, let's go ahead and start with number 5. So,
Okay.
how to survive the winter season?
Yeah.
Number 5.
So number 5 is sort your feels and leverage what you find out about yourself.
This is going to be really important. So, this is where you just have a few conversations with yourself, a couple of check-ins with yourself, and try to go a little bit deeper about what really it is about the season that bothers you. Because if you are trying to battle it all at once, then it can be overwhelming. So what is it about the season? Is it really the holidays? Is it the weather? Is it the gray overcast sky? Like, what is it about the season? Is it the cold? What is it about it specifically? Once you can figure out what it is specifically, and if you're not exactly sure, just put it on a scale. Put it on a star scale, right? Star is about the weather. For me, I love the weather, so it would get 5 stars. I know it's not the weather that makes me sad. Maybe 2 stars for people being out and about. I love seeing people out and about. In Seattle, it's really cool because even in the weather and the rain, people are out and about, which is really nice. But that does change. It's the holidays that might change in January, kind of in the heat, at the height of the holiday season. So try to ask yourself a couple of investigative questions to figure out exactly what it is about this season that is bothering you. Maybe you had a breakup at this time. And so once you hone it, oh my gosh, it's this thing, it'll be much easier to kind of navigate through it.
So let's share about what do you think that bothers you in this season?
So for me, winter, and especially in Seattle, I'm very lucky because I was not born and raised in Seattle. I chose to move to this place specifically because of the weather.
Oh.
So I'm very lucky that way, in that I wasn't born here, meant to stay here. Like, this is not, I chose it. Whereas Seattle maybe chose people that are from Seattle. I got to choose it and pick it, and I came here specifically for the weather. I get away from sunny weather to come to this, right? I think weather like this is a poem. So it's poetry in motion. I love the nature here in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm very lucky. I came here specifically, this is my favorite time of year, fall into winter, my favorite time of year, ending in February. So beautiful here. And so I don't really get affected by seasonal affective disorder in that particular way. Oddly enough, if there's too many sunny days, so summer here does get me down, because the summer does not get warm enough for me. And so, and it's beautiful weather, but 60s and sunny, I cannot, it's not summer. days and sunny, it's not summer. So when that happens, it's too many sunny days. I'm looking for the rain. I'm excited about the rainy weather. I will do things. I'll do self-care, and I'm really good at self-care because I've been doing it for so long.
Ooh,
So-
can you give us just one self-care that you love to do?
Sure. So the number 5 is to know what's bothering me. So I know, oh my gosh, I need the rain. So I will listen to a rain track. I will watch a movie. Honestly, I'll watch Twilight. Twilight is so interesting because I didn't know why I love the movie so much. I mean, it's a fan favorite, but it's really because there's this one scene where in the classroom, and they're in the classroom, it's cozy, it's wonderful, but outside it's raining. And so I will draw myself into that film and know that instantly I'll feel better because it's raining. And so I'll give myself what I need, and it does really make me feel better. And I know that about myself. Oh my gosh, you need the rain, so you need images of the rain, you need to read about the rain, those kind of things, and that makes me feel better.
So you love the coziness.
I love the coziness. I love the coziness of this weather. That's very accurate.
I think that's what's great about the weather in Seattle. You get all the seasons, right? And you
that's
get
true.
to enjoy this incredible 4 seasons in a year.
Yes.
And I think that's really the poem also for me.
Yes, that's
Right?
very, very true. Yes. And so it's for the people that, you know, that it's again that gray blanket that they don't see the sun, and maybe throw in a summer, make yourself have summer, give yourself the sun in different ways, and we'll talk about it a little bit more as we go through the list.
Right. Okay, so let's go with number 4.
Okay.
Number 4 is be part of the festivities.
Yes. So this is going to be really important for people that recluse during the winter, but also want to be around people. Holiday seasons can be very overwhelming, especially if you don't like the holidays. Like if you don't like holiday music, if you don't love Christmas lights, like if you're not particularly enjoying this particular time of year because of the holidays, then do something that's festive for you. So maybe throw a luau in your closest friends, or give yourself a beach day, or put a picnic, have a picnic dinner. Things that are that don't necessarily scream winter, but scream summer for you if that's the vibe that you're looking for. So you can make up the festivities as you want to. People kind of use what's happening around them, like socially, our social constructs and things like this. But if you can use your imagination and put your imagination in, you don't have to live by those constructs. Who says that it has to be winter and you have to winter during winter? You can do absolutely whatever it takes to get yourself out of those blues. And if that means making it summer in your home, then make yourself a summer home.
Wow, I love it. So make it your own.
Yeah,
right?
make it your own. Make the festivities your own. Make the time your own. Make the days your own. If you are grumpy during the holidays, then that's okay. Find a way to get, and the grump bothers you. If you don't mind being grumpy, this is not for you. But if the grumpiness starts to get you down, then do something completely different. Do something completely different that is not in the script. And you can flip the script and make the script anything you want to be, and that's anything you want it to be, and that's one of the most amazing things about this time of year.
Wow, that is amazing. That's why I think a lot of people are also inviting their friends, not only just being part of the family festivities, right?
Exactly.
That's so
Yeah.
incredible to hear.
Good, I'm glad you like that.
I love it because sometimes you don't get a chance to be with families at this time of the year, and you still want to be part of your family. So your friends is your chosen family, I would say.
Yes, for people that have a really strong network of friends, it's much, much easier. For people that are far away from their families, as you say, are living in another country or spending the holidays, but this is not their holiday, like their holiday doesn't come until January, then it's challenge by choice. Do what feels right, but also try to find ways to socialize. It's going to be super important to be around people during this time of the year. It's going to be super important to find a space where you belong. So go out to that cafe, talk to that stranger, or put out a meetup group. Meet up at my place for a game night, things like this, or meet up at maybe not your place right away because that doesn't feel safe as I'm saying it. But maybe there's so many great cafes with so much great space, and you just need one other person. I'm going to go for a walk. Does anybody want to join me? Facebook is a really good way to do that. And so anytime you can grab a friend from work, just do something a little bit out of the ordinary. If that feels very challenging for you, just do one thing. Just choose the one thing. Today I'm going to go to coffee and I'm going to invite just anybody that I know to join me. And just find that one other person so that you're not spending the whole time alone. And hopefully that turns into a great friendship, right? You can
I hope
definitely
so.
look for friends and seek friends in other ways that is not just meeting somebody on the street or not sticking with the friends that you know. And that's going to be really, really important. For the people that have their family is away, definitely try to be a part of this. I made my family do this one time when they were far away from me during the holidays and I couldn't join them. Is I just WhatsApped them and I made them put me in a corner, put the phone in the corner. I joined them all day. It was so important to me. It was so important to me. I was ignored, but it was great. It was great just to be a fly on the wall. Like every once in a while, their face would peek in and say hello to me, and it just made me feel so not lonely. So not lonely. For me, I know that the holidays, if I need to spend the holidays alone, I have my very own tradition and celebration, my own ceremonies that I do each year. So the days leading up to Christmas Eve, I will clean my apartment. I'll do all the chores that I've been putting off because I'm alone. I'm alone and I can get it done. I'll put on the holiday music and that's my backdrop for my dance party, and then we'll just put in the ceremony that way. So that begins the ceremony. On Christmas Eve, there's eggnog, there's movie marathons, all that kind of stuff. And those are all things that I know that bring us back to number 5. I know about myself that are going to make me feel great, even if I have to be alone for the holidays.
Yeah, so speaking of festivities, right? And you said that it's more of putting yourself out there. I would say that we, on our back, we have one of the
behind us.
festivities. Right?
Yes.
This is Christmas Village.
That's right. That's right. And there's so many really great things to do within the city. That's such a good point. So leverage Instagram, leverage, again, Facebook Meetup, leverage your events pages of your city to find out what's going on and join those things. That's such a very good point. And you don't have to do it all. Maybe there's a little bit of inertia, like there's a little bit of inertia that you have to fight with yourself in order to get yourself up and out the door in the weather, right? Find a favorite sweater, find a favorite hat, find a favorite coat, put on your favorite boots, and then head out that way. And those are all little gifts to yourself, right? I get to wear my favorite coat today, I get to wear my favorite sweater today. Those are all little gifts that you give to yourself, and your reward is now you get to be at a holiday market, or now you get to be wandering Christmas lights, those kind of things, holiday lights, things like that.
Amazing. That already takes the cake for me, at least.
Really? Oh, that's so good.
That's amazing. That is amazing. But we still have number 3.
Yes.
Okay. So number 3 is somewhat related. So it's do something unconventional.
Yes. And so if you are one of those people that gets really, really bummed around this time of the year, you're doing the same thing every year, right? You're doing the same thing every year. And so I'm gonna push you to do something that's a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. No, that's okay.
That's okay. Thank you.
You can
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're so nice.
Yeah, Seattleites are lovely. And so do something that's small and different. Small, it doesn't have to be big. So I suggested, putting a post up on Facebook or in a marketplace. That might feel too big. So it might just be going out and getting your favorite cake. You get to go out, you're going out of your apartment, you're getting your favorite cake, bringing it back, and that tiny little thing that you haven't done before becomes your ceremony, right?
Wow.
Going for a walk, I say in the winter, it's going to be really, really important to get out into open spaces. So take the bus, take a car, go for a road trip, and go find an open space. Not necessarily a forest, but a lake, a river, an ocean, stand with the ocean. Just bundle up and do something that's a little bit tiny that you wouldn't normally do because it's raining outside. Just bring your umbrella, come prepared and do something tiny. And that again is going to change the dynamic and the narrative of what you've got going and why this time of year could be so bad. You're turning it into a good thing instead of a bad thing.
Wow, I love it. It's like working around
Exactly.
the blocker.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important to, I would not really say, but do something crazy.
Yeah, do something nutty. Book a trip somewhere. Get out of there. If you have the budget, book a trip somewhere and get out of there. If you don't have a budget, turn your home into the vacation. Really, really turn your space into the vacation. So for some people, that's going to mean I'm going to have to clean up a little bit. I'm going to have to, and even when you do that, make it small. If your house is a mess right now and it doesn't look good, just clean one corner. Focus on making healthy one plant. Do something really, really tiny so that it doesn't become overwhelming.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very important. That's very important.
Very important.
Because I think one of the things that I also find a little bit that gears, I don't know, like for me, whenever I do something that's like a routine, it really affects my mental health.
Yeah. You want to get out of that
lot.
routine. And you either you don't necessarily want to get out of that routine, you want to interrupt it, or you want to create routines that really work for you.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you want to create that special steps, 10-step ceremony that is very special. And a lot of people have this with their families already. So this is really for the people that are kind of alone or battling it alone, or it's not the holidays, it's just a normal Tuesday in January, and it's the heart of the winter. This is when you're going to want to do something fun for Tuesday. Tuesdays are going to be Tuesdays or Twister days, or Tuesdays are, and just make a ceremony, anything that you want. Again, tie it back to number 5, that you know is going to bring you joy, is going to bring you happiness, and then do that thing.
That's amazing. And so it's somewhat related with number 2. I would say number 2 is make tiny changes.
Okay, so make tiny changes. So this is going to be really, really, really important, especially for folks that get a little bit bummed around New Year's. So New Year's Eve resolutions, making lists, not having lived up to their expectations for 2025, which for some was a really rough year. For some was a really great year, but for some was a really rough year. And so instead of, this is specifically around resolutions. So from going in from one year to the next, right? And people they're going to sign up for that gym membership, or they're going to start actually using that treadmill, or they get holiday gifts that have to do with like health and things like that. And then after 2 weeks, it falls off. And I think that a lot of that, and I think it's kind of understood that a lot of that is because it's a huge change that you're trying to make. And if you're not the kind of person that does well with huge changes, then I would say for this, make teeny tiny changes. If you cook for yourself, use 1 less tablespoon of sugar than you would normally do. If you're going to the gym, then take out 1 less coffee. Right, drink 1 less coffee so that you can see the results a little bit better. If you're forcing yourself to go to the gym, maybe don't go every day. At the beginning, maybe just go twice a week. And then the tiniest change that you can make, which is also the biggest, is to throw away what I call the self-flagellating stick.
Oh, what does that mean?
The self-flagellation, it just means, so the people that beat themselves up over, they're mentally beating themselves up over and over again. It's winter, and I don't know why I'm so lonely. I don't know why I feel so terrible about the weather. Everything is awful. I hate the rain. Everything is wet. Like, instead of like beating yourself up with these messages, just exchange your stick for a feather. Right? Exchange it for a feather, and you can beat yourself up slowly. You can beat yourself up all you want, but with a feather. So I can't believe I'm so sad, but we'll try again tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't believe I'm so sad. And then there's that but that alleviates some of that pressure. So, and eventually, when you start to go a little easier on yourself and get rid of that stick that you're just like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I'm not worth it, and just be like, nah, I'm okay. I'm maybe not that bad. People like me, I'm a little bit loved, I have these good things going for me, and replace that messaging, that horrible, like hard beating messaging, with a little bit of softer, just be a little bit softer on yourself. That tiny change can also make a huge difference in the end.
I love this topic, not just because for the holiday season, but I think it's all year round advice for me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we forget that we're humans, we make mistakes, and we have to always give ourselves a little bit of grace
Yes.
at this time.
Yes.
And that's very important that I've learned during this time. Is just chill it out, and you have to also set your goals in a way that it's achievable also. and it's not that far. Because a lot of people will be like, okay, the sky is the limit, right? We can dream so high, but sometimes we forgot that we need to take the baby steps first before we can reach those things.
Sure, very, very true. That's very, very true. And I think that for people that are just like, I'm going to set these really big goals because that's what keeps me going, I'm going to say keep that. It's for the people that set really great goals but then end up a little bit disappointed at the end and then just beat themselves up. I'm just going to say, throw out even the word goals and just give yourself that, oh, I'm gonna maybe do this. I'm gonna start maybe saving money, right? Instead of putting away $500 a month, then you're just gonna get a simple, cute, true to form piggy bank, and then you're just gonna put in $1 every time you walk by it, or you're gonna every Monday I'm just gonna put $10 into my account, and your goal is much smaller and much more palatable, like much more easy to swallow. It's not painful, and then once you start to do it, once you get into the rhythm of doing it, it just kind of carries you because it's so easy. It becomes this really easy thing that you can do. And then if you accidentally forget a day, the biggest part of that is that you don't then beat yourself up. You just say, okay, I'll start again tomorrow, or I'll start again on Monday, or I'll start again on Tuesday, or I'm going to change my goal. The best part of this is that you make the rules. Again, you can break them, right? And then you don't have to. There doesn't have to be any repercussions at all for breaking them. So just again, I'll try again tomorrow can be the worst repercussion.
That's amazing. And I
Yeah.
feel that you also have to celebrate your tiny wins, right?
That's
It's
right.
very important with that achievable goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the fact that I did this for 3 Mondays in a row is amazing. I'm gonna bake myself a cake, or I'm gonna and then to give yourself that reward because we can reward ourselves, and we can be like, you know what, I am awesome. I did this really great thing and it turned out awesomely, and I'm doing what I want, and so I'm going to start pouring in the accolades for myself and get into the habit of giving yourself that self-talk too.
And why not?
And
right?
why not? And why not? Right? And why not? And why not? One of the questions that I got recently that really kind of really put me on this path, right? Somebody asked me, just as a coach, as a counselor, what is the secret to happiness? And without skipping a beat, for the last couple of weeks I've been thinking about this, but without skipping a beat and kind of a surprise to myself, I realized it really is imagination. It's your imagination. We can use our imagination, and we have learned how to use our imagination to doomsday everything. It's the worst. Everything's the worst. To criticize. We can, and to make it so that the worst thing is going to happen. And I'm realizing that this is just a retraining of your imagination to be able to do it in the opposite way. So I accidentally, I'm not, over the course of my life or being around the family that I am who are already very positive thinkers, started using my imagination for really good things. So my brain knows that I am not smart enough to be able to predict the future. I don't have that power. If I did, I'd be doing something different right now. I can't control it. So my brain intuitively knows, well, you don't know that that's going to happen, so let's not go. And it really will stop me from going down that path of like dark and destruction, because what it really imagines is that everything is going to be okay. Right now, everything's okay. I have people that love me. I love myself. I'm doing what I want. All these really great things. I have this warm cup of coffee that I'm holding, or I'm talking with my friend. Those kind of things mean that everything is going to be okay. And if something happens where I'm not sure if it's going to be okay or not, I will think to the worst case scenario really quickly, and then my mind will immediately start making plans for if that worst case scenario happens. So my imagination is really good at planning things. Even if I never have to do the plan, it is really good at, okay, if plan A doesn't work, plan B, plan C, and then I have it, then I don't have to worry so much about, then I don't have to spend so much time and worry. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later, how to sidestep anxiety when those kind of things happen. But it really is just using your imagination. Using your imagination, and as you pointed out a little bit earlier, and as my mom recently pointed out to me, it's also about gratitude. So it's also about being able to be thankful. And I am thankful for the tiniest things. I'm thankful for the gray sky because it paints this beautiful gray rainbow. I am thankful for holiday music because it makes me so cheerful. I'm grateful for my favorite mug and my favorite things. And I have a lot of those things that just light me up. And because of that, I'm always lit. It's always a party, right? In the best way possible, without chemicals. I'm always lit. It's just like in my brain, it's just like happiness, happiness. There's a happiness. There's another happiness because I see them all the time. They're reminders, and the reminder means that I get to be happy for that moment that I'm in it, that joyful moment. And if you get enough of those, then your default is happy.
I love it. Choosing happiness in tiny things that we do every day. I love it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And then being thankful. Some people think that being thankful means, oh, I need to write this gratitude journal down, or I need to think of it over it. But I honestly, it's more simple than that. It's literally just a basic thought. Oh, I think I really like naked trees. I love naked trees, so I'm looking out at all these leafless trees. I think I really like the shape of it. It's really cool. And then when I see them, it just makes me happy. It took less than a tenth of a second for me to figure that out. Again, tied to number 5, find out the things that you love, and then put those things in your life everywhere.
I love it. And I think we are ready for number 1.
Yeah, that takes us to number 1. That takes us to number 1.
Okay, so number 1 is vocalize what you need.
Yeah, so vocalizing what you need is going to be incredibly important for people, especially if they're low. Put words to what you need. Make it very, very simple and be like, right now, I am very lonely. I need to talk to someone. And then put it out to the universe, vocalize it, and then do the thing that you need to do. And then when you talk to that person, tell them, I'm feeling really lonely right now. I just really need to hear somebody's voice. Or will you just talk to me for 10 minutes? And make that very simple request. And so once you know what to ask for, and once you vocalize it in a very simple sentence, then that person can very, very easily give it to you. Or you can be very, very honest about what it is that you're feeling. Vocalize it. Tell your family. Tell your friends. Tell it. Scream it. I think one of the biggest disservices that we do for ourselves is that we suffer in silence with our mental health, lows, right? You're suffering and you're turning, you don't want to tell your friends, you don't want to talk to your family about it, and I say, no, we're going to shout it from the rooftop. Girl, I am feeling suicidal today, you need to talk to me. You know what I mean? I think hushed tones give it more power. We need to take the power away from it, give the power back to yourself, and just like scream it from the rooftop so that people know, because ultimately, like we talked about, if the more power that you give yourself, the less power you give these terrible feelings, you know that you can hang on for just a little while longer, and that it's going to pass like a season. It's going to pass like a storm. It's going to pass like how it's been raining and like not raining and not raining. It can go. It's going to pass just in a few minutes. A few minutes to a few days. If it's very, very severe, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it will also pass. And so if you can just write it out. The best way to write it out is to know exactly what it is that you're feeling, exactly what it is that you're thinking, some really healthy ways to be able to be like, I think I can navigate this, and when I can't navigate this, I'm going to tell somebody and I'm going to ask for help. And that's what you can do.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. And I feel that when we make this request, when we vocalize what we need, we also have to be in a certain energy that it's not to a point that it's, I don't know how to explain this, but it's not a chaotic energy that you're coming in, hey, make everyone panic, but it's a more energy of, I need help.
Exactly.
I need support.
And I love that, Aya, because even as you just said it, your body changed, right? As soon as you say that, it's like a 3-word sentence. I need this thing. So it's not screaming, it's not ranting, or maybe it is, and you say, I just need to rant for 5 minutes, and then just go ahead and do that thing that you're simplifying. And it's the simplifying of the feeling. Once you can simplify the emotion, figure out what it is, 1 or 2 emotions that you're dealing with, simplify it, and then make your ask based on that. Very simple asks. Yeah. Figure it out.
Because I've seen a lot of people who are asking for help, but the way that they give it, it's a little bit intimidating, a little bit of angrier and hurt. So sometimes people feel
I see what you're saying. Yes, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different from asking like giving a directive, like telling the people that you need them to do something. Yeah, it's not that space. This is something a little bit different. This is when you are alone. It's gray outside. It's winter. You're kind of honing down, but there's something that doesn't feel quite right. You're already kind of alone. Yeah. There's something that doesn't feel quite right. Figure out what that not quite right feeling is, or figure out I need help with this, figuring out this not quite feeling. So it's not a directive at all. It's not attached to like an action or like it's not attached to something that you're asking for, like that is an everyday ask. It's not an everyday ask. It's the ask that you're asking because you've done some personal reflecting and you need help. You needed help at the end of it. You need this thing addressed so that you can feel happier. That's what it is.
Yeah, I get you because sometimes I myself is a victim of myself in the sense of
Oh, I love that. I'm victim of myself. Victim of overthinking. I love that. Yes, yes.
that sometimes I don't even know how to ask.
That's right. So that's why it's number one. I love this. So we always save the hardest one for last. I think just the process of slowing down and figuring out what you want to say, like what your ask is, I think just slowing it down. And it can be any ask. It can be like, I am going to be alone for the holidays. I need you to give me presents. Send me mail. You know what I mean? It can be something as light as that. Or if you're really kind of in a wonky like mental health spot, in a kind of a low spot, then yes, just thinking about what my ask is going to be alone is already slows you down. Already takes some of the negative, some of the franticness out of the energy, right? That's what you're talking about. So that you're not passing along that crazy energy, that frantic energy, but that just the act of slowing down and being like, wait, what is it that I really need? What is it that I'm actually trying to go for? What is it that I really am trying to ask for? And then put it into one simple sentence, like sum it up in a simple sentence or two. That already slows you down. So that's already going to help you slow down and figure it out. Magic change. We got a little bit rained out, so we're going to wrap this up for you. Remembering that, as we were saying, number one really is the toughest. But even just knowing that you can ask for help is going to make all the difference for you. So make a list of people that you can reach out to, friends, family, strangers, people that you haven't talked to for forever. Figure out the one or two sentences that gets to the heart of what's broken to help you figure out how to fix it. And that's our top 5. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful, wonderful winter, everybody. Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.